I'm joined by Phil Dunne, award-winning and amazing sommelier. Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure.
So you're going to give us some tips. So one of the big questions is, I've got my budget for the night. How do I get some good value out of the wine list? How do I suppose, get bang for buck rather than being stuck with the usual suspects that are overpriced?
Just if you are in a restaurant and you wanted to maybe you could try a wine before you order it if it is by the glass. So if there's a wine by the glass and they serve it by the bottle as well, just ask the sommelier or waiter or manager just for a little taste of the wine. So you can always do that as well, and they'll usually never mind.
And I mean, to be honest, it's part of the enjoyment for the staff is the interaction with customers about wine. It's part of the good part of the job is doing that.
Definitely. If you've done a little bit of wine education, and you feel confident, maybe have a look at the list before you go to the restaurant.
Okay, that's a good tip.
Yeah, so there can be a lot of pressure sometimes from waiters, sommeliers to order within the space of a few minutes. But if you have time, especially if it's a longer list or a more detailed list, if you have time to go onto the website, have a look at the list before you go to the restaurant. And study it maybe or have a look and see kind of what's within your budget, what's within or what would you like to go for. It can really help you on the evening. So plan it.
So I'm sitting down and in my head I know I want to spend €35 on a bottle of wine. How do I find what I'm looking for and take a bit of advice? What's the best way to talk to a sommelier?
But that's it. The most important thing is if you feel that pressure, ask the staff. If there's a sommelier there. Sommelier is somebody who is somebody in a restaurant setting that's trained on wine. Nobody's heard that word before. I had to explain it to my own friends and family, so I still do. But there'll usually be somebody in the restaurant, whether it's the manager, a good waiter, or a sommelier, that will be able to help you with the wine list and be very open. I'm speaking as a sommelier to be very open about what your budget is, whether that's what can be considered maybe low or low or high. It really doesn't matter because the person who's responsible for wine in a restaurant or in a hotel, they should be there to look after you, and they want to give you the most value for money. And you gotta think about it like they know the wine list. They know their own wine list better than anyone, So
they'll have tasted most of the wines, and if you have a bit of lingo, like if I love Chardonnay, so if I was to say to you, well, I want to impress, I want to get a nice bottle of Chardonnay. I don't want something too oaky because I don't think everyone will like that style. Something medium bodied. You then know these are the ones that you'd like, and you can maybe talk me through a few options.
100%. A good sommelier or a good waiter or manager that has an interest in wine will be able to guide you through the wine list or recommend something. And to be honest with you, sometimes as well, it's good to ask, is there anything off the list? Off the list, because sometimes things may not be on the list. They may have just arrived or they're leaving for whatever reason. And there's a few little hidden gems at bargain basement prices.
Very good. Very good. So say for example, you're in a gastropub or you're somewhere where there's no wine person. For me, what I would do is I'd probably go for the words I don't know and I can't pronounce, because I feel like they're the wines that don't have a marketing budget behind them, so you're purely getting the value of the wine as opposed to a global package. So like maybe for me, bits of Spain, Italy that you can, I feel like it's a rule of thumb. If you can't pronounce it, it's probably very good. It's a bit risky though. A risky tactic.
There's certain regions and countries that their wines are never going to come cheap. So I'm thinking Burgundy in France for their famous Pinot Noirs and Chardonnays, or Napa Valley in California for their big, rich, heavy Cabernet Sauvignons and Chardonnays as well. But there's other regions and countries, like you said, that have historically in recent times given value for money. So the likes of Australia, New Zealand, Argentina, Chile. Spain.
I think
Spain
Portugal is brilliant.
Portugal. I mean,
You get really good value,
yeah.
big, like red, big fruity red.
Yeah.
The whites tend to be quite crisp, don't they?
Yeah, Portugal. How did I forget about Portugal? I think
I know.
you know, I got your hair.
Yeah.
But Portugal is an amazing one, and the reason why Portugal, you know, their wines are so cheap in a sense is because the grape varieties aren't the traditional grape varieties, you could say.
The international ones.
The Cabernet Sauvignon, Sauvignon Blanc, and they would have their own indigenous grape varieties, and there's hundreds of them in Portugal.
Yeah.
So grape varieties like Touriga Nacional, Tinta Ruiz, that you may not have heard of, but exceptional wines coming out of Portugal. A huge history of winemaking from generations.
Yeah, from Portugal, it was the first biggie, wasn't it?
Yeah, Port.
Yeah. Great, thanks for that. Hope
Pleasure.
that helps everybody along the way.